Hello and welcome to the finale of Let's Play Twilight Princess. I am Shouty Productions, and we have this menacing music in the background that is very reminiscent of Ocarina of Time, Ganon's Tower. And now we are going to open this boss door with our wonderful boss key, and we are going to tackle the final boss of the game. So here we have these ominous clouds, this ominous fog, and the lightning and all that ominous stuff. And here we are, standing atop Hyrule Castle, ready for the final showdown with none other than Ganondorf himself. Now let's walk. Oh, that is very, very dark, foggy. Some excellent scenery for the final battle. Welcome to my castle. So you're Ganondorf. Just slowly stand up. I've been dying to meet you. Your people have long amused me, Midna, to defy the gods with such petty magic, only to be cast aside. How very pathetic. Pathetic as they were, though, they served me well. Their anguish was my nourishment. Their hatred bled across the void and awakened me. I drew deep of it and grew strong again. Your people had some skill, to be sure, but they lacked true power. The kind of absolute power that those chosen by the gods wield. He who wields such power would make a suitable king for this world, don't you think? Ha! Such conceit. But if you were one of the chosen wielders of power, as you claim, I will risk everything to deny you. Shadow has been moved by light, it seems. How amusing. Very well. Deny me, then. Yes, try to deny me. You and your little friend. Oh. Hello. Link, you are very clumsily running. I hope you don't stab yourself with your sword. Both of you faithless fools who would dare to take up arms against the King of Light and Shadow. So you choose, and so you shall feel my wrath. You know, I don't really get Ganon's puppet, Zelda, first of all. But I don't know why Ganondorf would ever feel the need to possess Zelda. Like, isn't he much stronger on his own? I don't know, maybe I'm just idiot or something, but I don't know. Ganondorf does have the Triforce of Power. Zelda has the Triforce of Wisdom. In this situation, I think Ganondorf is more suited for battle. I'm gonna get ready. Oh, I'm not. Oh, nope. But I'm sure you can already see some similarities between this battle and our encounters with Ganondorf in still blocked it. And Ganondorf, as well as Puppet Ganon in Ocarina of Time. I don't know, this battle to me feels like kind of just an excuse to bring back the classic, hit the light thing back and forth until your enemy gets electrocuted. And that's basically the main concept. Only this time, you don't have to slash Zelda when she falls down. I don't know. Maybe it's just because Nintendo doesn't promote the beating of women. Or maybe it's just because this was simply a throwback to the old days where you had to deflect that golden ball back and forth. But either way, this battle is really the first of many. It's not too bad. Zelda does not have that many attacks. She'll fly around with her sword, but if you simply roll to the side, do your side jump thing, or even if you just use your shield, it should be good. Her next attack is her Triforce thing, which can be pretty devastating because it covers quite a bit of land. But if you're quick enough to realize what she's doing, you can generally get out before she can do you any harm. And you just have to wait, kind of dodge her attacks. There's nothing really you can do until she throws that ball at you. You might want to change your camera angle to the side so it's easier for you to see. And you might want to back off a little bit because it's a little harder to deflect the ball if you're too close to her. And after that, I don't know if that was 3 or 4 hits, Zelda will go down. Oh, snap. She just crushed Zelda. But no, just the evil monster Ganondorf inside of her. Now, see, that really didn't do anything for you, Ganondorf, who's about to transform into a giant monster thing. That was seductive, Midna, except for the fact that you're an ugly imp. And now the darkness inside Zelda reforms, not as Ganondorf, but as Ganon in his beast form. Dark Beast, Ganon. Oh, cool. Well, I don't know if I could have gotten a shot like that. Oh god, he's still chasing after me, isn't he? Nope. This guy can be kind of intimidating because he is a huge monster thing and he will kind of rush at you somewhat unpredictably. But once he goes in these portals, it's fairly easy to predict when he's going to come at you because the one that turns blue is the one that he's going to come out of. Just shoot an arrow at the glowing spot on his head and then you can slash him on the belly. And that's really all. He'll continue to run around. The pattern does change up a little bit later on, but I'll get to that when we come to it. So he can also fall from the ceiling, and I think you can also hit him with your arrows at that point. You don't have to wait for him to come out of a portal, and then just roll to the side so he doesn't slam into you, because you will take damage if he does just slam into you. And you can lose precious time if you don't roll the right way. And so, yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this part of the fight. Just watch out for his shadow. If it's consuming you, then he's probably going to fall on top of you, and that's not fun. You don't want a giant beast on top of you. But yeah, oh, and eventually he learns to do that. This is the second part of the battle. And what happens then, he'll basically predict that you're going to shoot an arrow at him, and he'll jump out of the way. So instead, you're going to have to be hardcore, turn into Wolf Link, and take him head-on in a battle of the beasts. He's kind of like Ganon from Ocarina of Time. He somewhat resembles him, only this time he's kind of in like a wolf type form of his own. It's basically he's basically Link's wolf counterpart. So Battle of the Beasts. All you have to do is wait for him to rush at you, Z-target him, press A, and Midna will stop him with her hand hair thing. And if you press left or right, Midna will throw him to the ground, and then you can attack the glowing spot on his chest that is quite obviously his weakness. And I've noticed that recently. Even like kind of always noticed it, and I'm sure most people have. But the weaknesses of enemies in games, especially Nintendo games, is always so obvious. Which is good, because if it wasn't obvious, then it'd be a pretty big pain in the ass. I mean, one exception, I guess you could say, is Kaiser Sigma, because it's not particularly obvious where you have to hit him, because it's a very specific spot on the head, but or like above the head. But if you want to know anything about Kaiser Sigma, just talk to Paper Mario guy, because he felt the need to do a perfect run of him. So, anyway, once you've dealt with the Dark Beast Ganon, he will start to disintegrate, apparently. I haven't watched these cutscenes since like my first playthrough of the game. Usually I just skip them. Princess, I... Say nothing, Midna. Your heart and mind were as one, however briefly. Such suffering you have endured. And then Ganondorf turns into the sun again. Look at the sun, Link. Look at it. Midna's not looking at the sun. Midna's like, fuck that, I'm putting on some sunglasses. Only by sunglasses she means few shadows. Yeah, they would make a decent pair of sunglasses, except they turn you into a giant spider. So I don't know. Do the positives outweigh the negatives, though? I don't know. That's something. That's a philosophical question I cannot answer right now. Even though she only has like 7 legs, if I counted right. Oh, and she has a spear now. Giant 7-legged spider thing versus the sun. Who do you think's gonna win that battle? Spider versus sun. Midna, you're fucked. Ganondorf killed Midna, dealt with Midna. Say killed, 'cause no one died. So, Nintendo game. And he killed Midna. He took her head, her helmet thing, which is a fused shadow, I guess, crushes it, and comes back on a black horse and holds his sword in the sky. That is badass. That is a badass villain right there. I'm sorry, Midna. You lose. Spirits of the light, wielders of the great power that shines far and wide upon the lands of our world. In my hour of need, grant me the light to banish evil. Damn, there are a lot of cutscenes. Kevin. Chosen hero, lend us the last of your power. And oh my god, Zelda summoned the might of Miyamoto! The one opponent that Ganondorf can never beat. Of course, we all know that Miyamoto's actually the true final boss. He was manipulating us the whole time. See, he rammed us right into those ghosts. Like a prick, Miyamoto. Alright, that was a dick move. Anywho, this is the third stage of this rather lengthy final boss fight. I am getting pursued by Ganondorf. I don't like this. Basically, you have to kind of target Ganondorf as Zelda instructs you. You gotta kind of get up in his face, and once he gets hit with a light arrow, you gotta slash him, and I'm not doing a very good job of that. But I actually got him still. And this battle can actually be pretty quick, depending on if you're constantly on Ganondorf's ass, or if you do what I just did and you kind of fall behind, or if you run out of you know, those icons at the bottom. I don't even really know what they are. But try to avoid these things because they will knock you off your horse, and it really just kind of breaks the whole pace of the battle. Kind of slows it down because you have to get back on your horse. It's kind of annoying. And luckily, Ganondorf does wait up for you. But there's not really much you can do until Zelda hits him with a light arrow, but that's pretty much dependent on your ability to target Ganondorf and get at a decent angle. Please don't get hit by these horses. Oh, I hate losing sight of Ganondorf. I don't know. Sometimes for me this battles really quickly. Other times it takes a little bit longer, like it is now. But I think this is gonna get him. And we can rush right up to him, we can slash him with our sword, or we can miss miserably and miss again. But no, we still miss. We still miss. But did we get him? I don't even know if we did. I can't hear anything right now. But damn it! I hate when he does that. It's such a cheat move. It goes in this, takes a really sharp ass turn. Oh, whoa! That was hardcore. That was hardcore. Like we were like ramming into each other. Damn. Okay, there's no time for rolls. Alright. Whoa! Oh, Ganondorf, actually gonna swing your sword at me instead of sending your little minions at me. Your ghost horses. Alright. Oh wow! I'm sorry. I called you out on that wrong moment. Fuck you, fucking prick. Alright. You asshole. You're stunned. And now you're... Damn it. Usually this battle goes by so quickly for me. God damn it. Oh well, this is... Oh, great. Didn't even hit me or anything. He just kind of nudged me with his horse and I fell right off. Great. Okay, fuck you. This is not gonna take... Okay. God damn it. I am not... No. Killing you. I'm no, we're done. We are done. This is the end for you. I'm declaring it. You are gonna die very soon. If this doesn't finish you off, which it won't, it will finish you off rather quickly. See, this is what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to get him in like a quick chain and finish him off really quickly. But no, he's gonna pull out that, and I'm gonna dodge it, and then I'm gonna slash him, and I'm gonna end this battle! But for you, the battle shouldn't take this long. I just, you know, had the LP's disease. I just sucked. But it should really be like a quick string of 4 light arrows, 4 sword slashes, he'll be dead. Except he's still not dead! But his horse just kind of vanished in that fog, and Ganondorf finds it extremely humorous. An impressive-looking blade, but nothing more. Would you hear my desire? To take this foul blade and use it to blot out the light forever. Except your blade was already drawn during the horseback fight. But I guess it's more epic because he drew it. I don't know. And now, Dark Lord Ganondorf. This is the final battle of the game. This is the final battle. Ooh, I could have used chance there, but instead I'm going to use a jump attack and get knocked back several feet. Well, Ganondorf is a rather easy final boss, I must say. If you use the backslice and you time it well, he's your bitch. But there's an even easier way that's kind of cheap that I will show you at some point. It's really cheap though. I don't know, and it does really diminish the whole epicness of this final battle, because it really is an epic battle. It was for me the first time. With this music in the background, it was lovely. It's just overall a great battle. But if you just try to slash at Ganondorf, odds are you're not going to hit him. You have to try and get him from behind with the backslice, or kind of hit him while he's trying to attack you, or do something like that. But if you just come at him, he's most likely going to counter you. And if he jumps up, roll out of the way as soon as possible. So that's really all there is to this fight. It's not that hard. I've already done a lot of damage to him. Get out of there when he jumps. And now I'm going to show you an expert weakness. It's something that you would probably never expect. If you use the fishing rod, you cast it, it will distract him and allow you to slash him with your sword. I kid you not, the fishing rod is his weakness. The backslice is probably your next best thing. I don't know, unless I'm completely missing out on something that's much better. But overall, not a hard boss fight. Not a hard chain of boss fights at all. I've only really lost 4 hearts so far. He even turned his back to me and let me get in a couple of hits. He's already taken the knee for the 2nd time, I believe. So, oh, that was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, he's calling me out. But yeah, this is really an easy fight. You could make it really quick if you want to, and you just constantly use the fishing rod and then slash him. It's pathetically easy. A lot of people consider this a disappointing fight. I still consider it to be pretty epic. I'm going too far around to back up a little bit. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this fight. It's not a hard final boss at all. But I still find it a worthy and epic final boss. Should I just use the fishing rod to make quick work of Ganondorf? I don't know. The backslice seems to be losing its effectiveness at this point. But, whatever. I don't know, I think I try to use the Helm Splitter. The Helm Splitter, none of our other attacks really seem to work. You can also do this, and if you press the A button, it's kind of hard to time, but if you do time it well, and you mash the A button, you can get in quite a few hits. That was actually a really epic way to finish this off. Then, once you do enough damage, he'll fall down, and you'll have the opportunity to finish him off with the ending blow. And that's it for Ganondorf. I'm actually really happy with the way that ended. With the chance, I beat him. I mean, it's button mashing, so of course I did. And then a good old ending blow. Ganondorf just has a bad habit of getting impaled at the end of Zelda games.
Do not think this ends here. The history of light and shadow will be written in blood.
Damn, is it like a novel? Or like a short story? Because, I mean, that's a lot of blood. That's one creepy-ass rape-based ant who just apparently snapped his neck. And so Ganondorf passes on. And I don't want to be the person who has to rip the Master Sword out from his chest. I mean, someone's got to put it back in the Temple of Time. Or the Sacred Grove, actually. What? Say something. Am I so beautiful that you've no words left? No, I don't think that's it.
And then we get a nice long credit roll. And shit.
Apparently, Dazzle has dropped 422 frames. That is not good. Hopefully, it was during a cutscene or something, so I didn't lose any battle footage. I'm really hoping for that. Otherwise, I'm going to be extremely pissed off. Well, anyway. I don't know if I should even bother talking right now, as I may have to record this. I'm hoping I don't. But, I guess since I already went this far, I might as well just finish and hope that it works out. So, yeah, this has been a splendid LP. Got all the pose, all the bugs, pretty much did everything there is to be done, except roll goal, but, I showed it off. I didn't do all of it. If I ever have the impulse one day, maybe I'll sit down and I'll record all of that, and if it's not too bad, I'll put up an extra video. But, as of right now, I believe this LP, is time for it to come to a close. It has been a swell 62 episodes. 62 is just one of my favorite numbers, just because of its use in SpongeBob twice. There are two occasions I can think of. The whole, where Mr. Krabs sells SpongeBob's soul for 62 cents, and then Man Ray has to pick a number between 1 and 100, and he picks 62, so 62 is just a perfect random number. If I ever had to pick a number between 1 and 100, I would personally pick 62. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna see how everyone in Hyrule's doing right now while we watch these credits unfold. As for my future LPs, well, I'm probably gonna do a few short ones, and then I'm gonna do a long one, because another long one immediately after this would be a little crazy. So, after this, I'm thinking about doing a few MegaMan games, MegaMan X games, just to break up the whole 3D adventure thing with some 2D platform shooting. I think it'd be a nice break. I'm probably gonna do Kirby's Dream Land after this. It's probably gonna be like a 1-episode thing. It's not gonna be long. It's an incredibly short game. And then after that, I was thinking of doing a replay of MegaMan X4, and then possibly going into a MegaMan X5 LP. Paper Mario Guy has done the first 3X games, so I'm probably going to pick up where he left off with X4, a replay of that, if you people would be down for seeing that. I don't know, would you want to see a replay of X4? And then, I'll probably do X5, and then, I still can't make up my mind if I want to deal with X6, because I really don't, but I might. It depends on my mood, and it depends on how much of that game I'm going to be doing. If it's just a basic run without having to worry about collecting all those, stupid soul nightmare soul things, then I might not mind it so much. But the cutoff will definitely be Mega Man X, because I'm not doing Mega Man X7. It won't happen. I will not do that game anytime soon. Maybe in the future, if I wanted to do X8, and then I would just have to do X7 for the sake of completion. But, yeah, still not sure if I'd want to bear X6, if I'd be able to bear X6, but I know that I definitely want to do X5, and I'm considering a replay of X4, depending on whether or not people would want to see that. So that's probably how the next few weeks are going to play out. We're going to have Kirby's Dream Land, maybe X4, definitely X5, maybe X6. And that's really all I have to say right now. I'm going to do Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and then probably the next 2 games sometime at the beginning of, or sometime around fall when school starts for me. It's probably going to be my fall project. And that should take a while. And then we'll see from there. I've got a bunch of games in mind, but I haven't really made up my mind on anything really past the Mario and Luigi games. So that's really it for now. I'm Shouty Productions. Thank you very much for watching. And, I guess we're gonna continue to watch the credits. Oh, there's Shad. Just being useless like always. But, yeah, just at the end of the credits, I believe there's another cutscene, so we're just gonna wait until then. So you can just watch these, credits if you want, or you can just skip right to the ending cutscene. Whichever. But I'll see you then. Teaser music, orchestration music. There was like a teaser orchestra. Like, oh yeah, just gonna like show you what it might sound like if we had orchestrated music, but we're not really gonna orchestrate it until Skyward Sword, that is. Which, by the way, Skyward Sword will have some orchestrated music. Not all of it will be orchestrated, as far as I understand. Just some of it. Others, I think. I don't know who said it, but someone said that some of it's just going to be, you know, standard video game music. Anyway, well, I guess this is farewell, huh? Oh, I should probably press A on my controller that I put on the ground. Light and shadow can't mix, as we all know. But never forget that there's another world bound to this one. Shadow and light are two sides of the same coin. One cannot exist without the other. I now know the reason the goddesses left the Mirror of Twilight in this world. They left it because it was their design that we should meet. Yes, that is what I believe. Zelda, your words are crime. Your words are a crime. No, your words are kind, and your heart is true. If all in Hyrule are like you, then maybe you'll do alright. Just alright, though. Fuck you. Thank you. Well, the princess spoke truly. As long as that mirror's around, we could meet again. Kevin. See you later. I'm gonna fucking break this mirror with my tears. She shatters the mirror by pushing her tear into it. That is hardcore. I would not want to get into a fight with Midna. I'm sorry, Midna, if I ever insulted you. The mirror just broke before she could get back to the Twilight Realm, and she just like trapped herself in the human world. That'd be such a fail. But alas, ending in a prison, that's just a great note. An abandoned prison, that's just a great place for this game to end. Anywho, folks, that's all we really have to see here. Or not, or there could be more credits. Just Keizo Kaito was just that important that he had to get his name put in after the final cutscene. That was kind of dumb. It was just like, okay, credits, another cutscene, and then more credits. But I guess these people are just that important that they get in like their own like second credits, or like they forgot about these people and they just stuck them in after the ending cutscene. Is there like another cutscene after these credits? That'd just be confusing. I don't know. These people don't seem like they're that important. Where's Miyamoto? He always does something conceited, like puts his name at the end in like big bold letters. I swear, if he showed up as they scrolled over Miyamoto, our horse, I would die. This is great scenery and all, but I'm kind of trying to end this LP, like, kind of trying to bring it to a close, you know? It's one of those things. I mean, just don't like sitting while playing a video, sitting and watching and waiting while playing a video game. I don't know. There is. Oh no, we just get the Triforce. Of course, Miyamoto gets the Triforce. And of course this guy. He's kind of important, I guess. All rights, including the copyrights of game, scenario, music, and program, reserved by Nintendo. Yes. The end. Okay, well, this is officially the end. So this has been a fantastic LP. Thank you for sticking with me. This has been a wonderful project. I rather enjoyed it. I hope you did too. I am Shouty Productions. Thank you very much for watching my LP. And I will see you in my next project. Hopefully.